studio. Well, I mean, I don't know what to say really. It looks like the Steve Show could be splitting due to musical differences. Because obviously I'm a huge fan of New Order. I believe Dan, Tiny Dan, I'm right in saying you're also a big fan?
Massive.
And obviously I've chosen to play some New Order there because Joy Division, very much in the news at the moment. I thought, no, do you know what? I'm a maverick. I'm rock and roll. I'm a little bit wayward, a little bit Cliff Richard. And, I don't play by the rules, so I've played some New Order. But Harry has just come out with a tirade here, which is just shocking.
I've literally been ranting.
You have been ranting about your hatred of the New Order.
Well, no, I just pointed out, very reasonably, I thought, Jude, that... I'm looking for someone on my side here.
Yeah, don't go to her, the crazy woman. That's like asking some kind of bag lady to support your argument.
That is true, she's proper nuts. But no, all I said was that is another New Order track that I've never heard that sounds exactly like all the other ones. Plinky plonky, plinky rubbish. He can't sing, he can't write, the music's awful.
Whereas the kind of jingly-jangly guitar stuff that you're invariably bringing in, I suppose that's always different. That's just not the usual 3 chords strummed in a slightly different way.
At least it's enjoyable and toe-tapping.
Listen, they've got their own sound, what do you want?
Oh, they can keep it.
Blimey, Sammy, where do you sit on this? You may be the deciding factor.
Very, very much on the fence. I don't think I've heard enough of them to form an opinion, but everything I've heard I've quite enjoyed. I certainly haven't felt that strongly against it.
Trust me, I'm right.
No, that counts as a vote on our side, doesn't it?
Well, alive, that's grim. We were speaking to the lovely Sammy then, and do you know what, Sam?
I was going to say it.
Sorry. One thing you're not allowed to say in her presence is the word Sam. You can't even ever say Sam, lest it offend her. Oh, I'm called Sam, you can't call me Sam. Why is that?
All right, Stephen. You've had a huff at me about the whole Steve nonsense.
No, I don't mind being called Steve.
That's not what you said before.
It depends. I'm weird and schizophrenic about it.
Hey, now who's mental?
Hey, calm down, crazy lady. If we want you to talk, we'll give you a microphone. So why can't we call you Sam?
It's always been Sammy, and I don't like Sam because my best friend when I was little had a dog called Sam, and I always associate it. But when I tell people that, I'm often telling someone called Sam, oh, why don't you like being called Sam? Because that's my name. It's perfectly good for me. Oh, God.
It's exactly these kind of personality defects that mean you're never going to get a bloke, as your father so correctly pointed out. All right. So, Sammy, what's your choice this week? Your musical choice.
Just give us a minute. My choice this week is a song by Lindisfarne. I'm sticking to my roots. Lots of people haven't really delved into Lindisfarne's back catalogue, and they are one of the most brilliant bands to come out of the 70s, in my humble opinion. So definitely, if you like this, definitely go and seek out some of that other stuff. I'd like to draw your attention in particular to Meet Me on the Corner and Fog on the Tyne, not the Gaza version. If you find it, delete it immediately. It's just don't... My dad did the lighting on that video, It's his claim to fame.
Is there nothing this man hasn't done?
There really isn't much. But yeah, and this morning when I was telling them my fascinating fact about Lindisfarne, which is Ray Jackson, the mandolin player with Lindisfarne, actually played the mandolin part on Rod Stewart's Maggie May. And he's credited only on that Parent album sleeve as the mandolin player in Lindisfarne. The name slips my memory. So he doesn't actually get a name credit, but my dad used to play with him when he was a child. So that impressed me.
Oh, I'm exhausted. I just couldn't keep track there of how many members of your family were playing mandolins on Rod Stewart tracks.
Have we got to remember this? Are we going to be tested?
Yeah, you will be tested later.
Goodness.
I really liked the Gaza version. I really did. Sitting in a sleazy snack bar, sucking sickly sausage rolls. Oh, it was brilliant. We should dig that out, Jude. That'll cure you. All right, let's hear it then. Which track have you chosen by Lindisfarne?
I've chosen Lady Eleanor.
Let's hear it. Lindisfarne, Lady Eleanor, the choice of Sammy this week. I enjoyed it very much. I think I prefer Gaza. Fog on the Tyne. For the time's on mine, on mine. For the time's on mine. We should dig that out. It's cracking. We were asking for. We're trying to compile a little book which we'll maybe put out next Christmas. A sort of Steve Show lavatory book. Just a collation of different staff lists and whatnot. Mainly contributed by you, the listeners. And we're looking today for stuff that you've blurted out that you couldn't take back, and things that other people have said to you which you wish they hadn't. And Harry.
Yeah, my favourite so far from an unknown mystery texter who says that I wish I hadn't, age 7, instigated an impromptu favourite grandma award when both grandmas were in the room.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. That's fantastic. I want to know more, though. I want to know, firstly, was it kept up every year? How competitive were the grannies? What did they have to do in order to ensure that? Was there lots of... Because endless gifts being given, Do you want to go to the zoo, young Tommy? That would be fantastic. I'd love that. It would be great. We should instigate that more generally. Our favourite listener award. Yeah. I tell you what, a favourite co-host award.
Oh, don't.
Oh, here we go.
It's
Oh,
always
good.
a competition.
Portrait of New Order.
Hey, 100% response on the emails. Everyone hates New Order.
Okay, we'll never play them again, I vow. Each week we like to delve into the pigeonhole here at Six Music and dig out new releases, stuff which we've not yet heard. We've not yet heard. Language is malleable, alright? Shakespeare, I've said before, Shakespeare made up words and he didn't win any BAFTAs, so I should be allowed to do so. Here is Oasis, a new single from them, Lord Don't Slow Me Down. Available to download from the 21st of October, a new single from Oasis, Lord Don't Slow Me Down. I once offered Noel Gallagher a pork pie and he didn't want it. I was worried when I went to the Comedy Awards once that I'd be very hungry because they don't serve food. Took a couple of pork pies, wrapped them in tin foil, popped them in the old pocket. Very warm after about 2.5 hours, sat in there, offered one, he didn't fancy it, and I don't blame him. That's my Oasis information. Alright, what information can you offer me, Harry, vis-a-vis your views on that new single from Oasis?
Well, I liked it a lot. Because I was 18 when Oasis came out, and it was great. It felt like it was our band when we were all that age, and they came out, and it was fantastic. And you just felt personally let down when they went a bit rubbish.
Yes.
And I felt angry with them for years. But on hearing that, all the love's back. That's wonderful.
What is it that charmed you?
It's just big, dirty guitar riffs, and it just seems vital where they haven't done for quite a long time.
Do you think that you would like it if it was any other band? Is it because you're aware of what Oasis normally sound like that you're thinking, oh, that's a departure, that's different, that's why you've given it some extra props?
No, it's just a great record.
Fair enough. Daniel, you've never been particularly an Oasis fan, even in the early days.
No, they never really got to me, but here's a weird thing. I like the songs where they don't sound like Oasis.
Sure.
If you see what I mean.
Yeah.
And that one didn't particularly, and I thought it was great. For most of the reasons that Hazza just said over there. I quite like the last one, the slightly kinksy sounding, was it The Importance of Being Idle?
Right,
or
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Which I kind of liked as well. And so, you know, as soon as they strip away the Oasis-ness, what a band. If they did a gig where they played all the songs where they don't sound like themselves,
Sure.
I'm there.
I'm fairly certain that that's not Liam singing.
No.
Yeah, it's Noel singing. And is that what's won you over, Sammy?
I actually do prefer Noel, and sadly neither Gallagher brother has rebuffed my pie. So I'm sad.
Oh, okay.
I've had no dealings with either Gallagher, pie-based or otherwise.
They've always accepted your pies. They've always been very happy with the lovely bramble.
I favour cherry, actually. But yes, that was... I literally couldn't stop myself moving throughout that song. That was one of the best Oasis songs I've ever heard. I would actually say that at this point.
It's thumbs up throughout the Steve Show studio.
It was one of those songs that makes me want to play drums again.
Well done to
Well
Oasis.
done,
They've won us
Oasis.
back.
You're amazing.
After this trail, we'll come back with a track from the Shaky Hands. Debut single from a 5-piece from Portland, Oregon called The Shaky Hands. That's a track called The Sleepless, which is released on the 12th of November. Sammy, did that charm you?
Sometimes it's very hard to have an opinion on these things. You either love it or you hate it, and if you're in the middle, it's very hard to come up with anything. To be honest, it didn't move me at all.
Okay, want to give your opinion on anything else instead? What do you make of the film Schindler's List?
It was alright. I had to watch it in a class of 30 yobs, as it was part of our humanities coursework.
Really? You had to watch it in class?
Yeah.
And did they sit through it patiently and understand, be respectful? As you would expect them to be?
No, not even in the slightest. Apparently, naked women in a gas chamber sexy, and Jews burning is hilarious.
Yeah.
And there was only about 3 of us sat there like crying, and we got stick for it. But yes, I had to watch it with horrible.
Well, it's good to see that
Catholic
that has touched young people. It's good to see that
So
young people there
deeply.
have the power of empathy in their humanitarian class. Their humanitarian class? That can't be
Humanitarian
right.
class.
That's what it should be.
They should
Their
introduce
humanities
that,
class.
shouldn't they? That might
I
help.
know. Oh, we've talked about this before. I hate the idea of young tykes being made to watch powerful and moving films and not responding to them. It really upsets me. Makes me despair about the state of mankind.
It actually hurt me more when we watched Blackadder and they didn't laugh.
Oh,
I
even
know.
more gutting.
Yeah. Just shows you what kind of people they are.
Daniel, the Shaky Hands.
Yeah, I think I like the band name more than the song. I'm pleased to bring it back to the music after that diversion, which was getting pretty
harrowing, wasn't it?
It was pretty harrowing.
It was harrowing.
Yeah, like the film itself.
Yeah.
But well,
Yeah, maybe.
yeah, similar. But yeah, I quite liked it. I'm afraid to sort of repeat what Sammy said, but I didn't like it enough to think, gotta get it. But
Harry, are you coming down off of any kind of fence?
It was alright. It reminded me of Kings of Leon's quiet moments, but no, yeah, nothing too exciting.
I'll be honest with you, it's been difficult. I've been ploughing through the pigeonhole of late, and it's been a lot of mediocre dross, which is a shame. See what you make of this. Patrick Cleandenim, Rocket to the Moon. As part of her therapy, we allow Jude, the producer, to contribute a song to the show, and that's one that she's dug up, Patrick Cleandenim, and that's his second single, Rockets to the Moon, which is out on the 19th of November. It has a certain sort of musical feel. I think we've played, what we played the other week that we thought could have come from an imagined musical. Was it, what's what you like 'em?
Duke Special.
Duke Special, yeah. In a similar vein, we're beginning to get a sense of what Jude likes. But do you like it, Sammy?
Well, being a fan of the Duke and that sort of music hall approach to new music, definitely, I really liked that. I wanted to dance to it, but not in the way I normally dance to music, but by holding my arms erect, palms spread, and waving them jerkily from side to side.
Nice, yeah, sure, in a kind of flapper style.
Yeah, a
Why not?
little. I don't like his name, and that would actually put me off buying any of his material, but I did enjoy the song.
See, this is the thing, I cannot tell if Clean Denim is a real name or a made-up name.
And what it's... I don't know.
Because I hate ironic comedy names. I can't bear ironic comedy names. Is that something that you loathe, Tiny Dan?
Well, yeah, the trouble with the novelty is that it wears off, doesn't it? And it can be funny first time, second time, and third time tedious. But the music, great. Love the big band sound. Not enough of it about. Just so agreeable. Enjoyable. 3-word sentences.
Well, I'm glad you've offered.
much.
I'm glad you've offered them up because here on the CD it says something truly original. Say the Times, and the Guardian goes with a classic pop arranger. How would you summarise it, Harry?
Well, it's funny because I was thinking of resurrecting my 3-word reviews, which I used to do for these, and my 3-word review for that is nice drum sound.
Nice drum sound. Okay, perfect. Well, that's certainly offered an insight. If anyone saw that on a poster, nice drum sound. Great, I must rush out and buy that. Says this man called Harry. We don't know who he is. Apparently,
Your
he works in a
so-called
bank.
mate.
Yes, your so-called friend. Have we worked out if this is a real name or not?
It looks like it is, but there's nothing on his website. So.
All right. Well, ignore. Let's play more music. From their second album, Between 10th and 11th, that's the Charlatans, of course, and Weirdo, and if you're a Charlatans fan, they are giving away their new album online, aren't they? Like Radiohead, yes. So
ridiculous.
It's oh God, there's another thing that's driven him insane with anger.
Well, it's just pointless, isn't it?
What do you mean it's pointless? You're getting free music by great artists, absolutely free of
What
charge.
about all those poor little bands who can't afford to give away their music?
Well, they can sell it.
No, it makes me...
Brilliant. What things make you irrationally angry that are completely unjustified? We can add that to the list of things for the book, I think. 64046, stephen.6music@bbc.co.uk. Things which just make you irrationally angry for no reason. New Order and people giving away free music, apparently, and charity
Don't
really
get me
upsets
riled.
Harry.
Don't get me riled.
Tell you what really annoys me is very old or very fat people who decide to set off across the road when they know clearly the lights are about to change. I'm sat there in my car, I'm about to drive away, I've been sat there for a while, it's red, it's just about to turn to green. Oh, here comes little Mrs. Timkins with a little shopping bag and a great big fat gut. And she's waddling across the road, and there's no way she's going to make it before the lights change. I've got to sit there obligingly and let her pass by, and by the time she's crossed, lights are red again. And that's it, I'm sat there. It drives me insane. If you're fat and old, come on people, think. Alright, I'm in my car, I'm driving fast, I'm a busy guy, I got places to get to. Don't set across the road when you know you're not going to make it, because one day someone's going to run you down. Not saying it's going to be me, but someone will. Alright, so yeah, if you have irrational annoyances, look, Harry looking at me appalled, he's the guy who hates free stuff.
Well, yeah, but I'm not having a go at nice old ladies. Like
Well,
you
this
are.
is an imagined old lady, isn't it? It's not actually Mrs. Timkins.
And she's let
very
herself
lovely.
go, hasn't she, with that big fat gut?
Well, you know, she might have some sort of disorder that makes her massive.
Why
This is an imagined person. You're